I've been doing my thing, they not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me, no time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating, but I gotta be great, that's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving, and I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been weighing the cons and the pros, feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go, we could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know, life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
It's week 13 of the NFL, and featured this week is Darren Waller. Now over 1,000 receiving yards on the season. It's the Raiders and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Right to the air is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Herbert on 1st down now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On second down, Jacobs shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Carr. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers had 8-3 now. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Herbert back to the air. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Raider defense delivers a score. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sideline.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. T. Higgins, 81 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really... Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. T. Higgins His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Again, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Carr now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The 30. 10. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. T. Higgins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Week 13 here in the NFL. First weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That's good. Las Vegas. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On first down, it's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first and 10, Herbert. And this is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. T. Higgins on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On play action, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now it's Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. T. Higgins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out. And the Chargers have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back in. Third and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Chargers going to use their third and final. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Herbert on first down now. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins, 34 yards. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
17.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Carr. And he'll just get rid of it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away.
Incomplete. J.C. Jackson, their defensively.
And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Carr completes it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Eckler. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Herbert now. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Latavius Murray scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Chargers are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
63.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Carr's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carr now to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Carr. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a small as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Chargers offense back onto the field. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw his car. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them. Not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and it is looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he goes out right around the 39. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's knocked away and incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert throwing again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 31.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Man open is Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
To the air again, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like they pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still in